Before this video starts, did I not call the Ja Morant thing? Like literally last night. What's the first thing I said in the video? Did I not call the Ja Morant thing, by the way? But that's not here nor there. We had to deal with Kyrie and all that shenanigans, but man, at least we don't got Ja. My God, that dude is whoa. But that's not here nor there. Welcome back to Nets Republic. I'm your host, Seven the Bond. A little bit of an early video, so to speak. I'm on like sick leave for like 4 days, so you're gonna get like up-to-date updates from the kid because I'm just home not doing nothing, just being injured. But that's not here nor there. This morning, Woj dropped a little, CM Punk pipe bomb saying that apparently the Nets have signed Nerlens Noel. Now, everyone is immediately, and rightfully so, somewhat celebrating, saying that the Nets actually addressed a need. We got a backup center. So Claxton doesn't have to be out there by himself, and that means Day'Ron Sharpe is probably never going to play again, which is great, and that's worth celebrating. This is, there are two things I have with this as far as issues. And yes, these are two videos in a row where Sever the Bond is being skeptical. I just cannot put my faith in this team again. I'm not going to get hurt again. I'm sorry, just like in the beginning of the season when I said, and the church would blow it up. Like, I refuse to let them trick me a 15th time. So you'll have to excuse me if it takes me a while to come over to the optimistic side. I just do not trust this team. But that's not here or there. People are saying that the Nets are actively trying to make the best of a terrible situation and make a real playoff push, and this is the team we have. We discussed last night my concern with having a basically 6-man rotation. You can make that 7 now because I'm sure Nerlens is going to play. And he's a great defender. He's cool people. When I used to cover the Knicks, I always wanted him on the team. And then I switched to the Nets, and then the Knicks got him. And I'm like, why'd you wait until I left? But so I get to watch Nerlens play night to night, and I'm excited about that. We're going to ignore the controversies and the lawsuits and all the other, shenanigans that comes with him. We're just going to hope he has a safer transition with us. And this is not the first time that we've acquired a center close to the end of the season, and we're just hoping that this makes a difference. Does everyone remember Norvel Pell? Like, we've been through this before. So, number one, hopefully he plays. Hopefully he actually plays. But number two, no, that doesn't count as my number one. That doesn't count as my number one. We're going to do a do-over. That don't count as my number one. My number one concern is I hope he doesn't replace Claxton. Because the Nets have a history of bringing in veterans, which can't believe he's a veteran at this point, but they have a history of bringing in veterans, and the kids suffer. We were all in agreement Jared Allen was that guy, and then here comes DeAndre Jordan, and now Jared Allen's coming off the bench. Like, we've seen multiple movies like this in the past. We all thought Cam Thomas was the future, but then here comes Mikal and them, and now Cam's not even in the rotation. 3 months ago, you tell me Watanabe doesn't play for a month straight, I'd say you're crazy. So, again, I just hope that there is an understanding that this man is a backup center. If he starts over Claxton, y'all don't want to know the type of videos these are about to become. I want to make that clear off the rip. I don't care what the logic is. I don't care what the reasoning is. If this man starts over Claxton, we're going to have some legitimate issues here on this channel because I'm going to become like 2016 level Sever the Bond toxic. And you don't want to go back to those days because I promise we can go there. So that's number one. He better not start over Claxton. Let me just make that clear. We're not doing that. And the second thing I'm a little bit concerned about is I'm worried the Nets think that we have a chance here. And it is a need that's being addressed. We needed another center. You can't have Finney Smith out there playing center against, the big dudes and such. I don't know exactly who Nerlens is going to lock up, but it's nice that if, Claxton gets into foul trouble, we have another legitimate center who can go out there and get the job done, someone who is known for their defense and such, doesn't really need the ball and is capable of, well, not getting his own shot, but he's capable of getting in the right positions to be fed. So that's great. I just don't feel like adding Nerlens Noel is the defining piece to say, okay, we're back. And this was what I was worried about with last night. And I saw the media coverage that the Nets were, putting out with everyone with their arms around their shoulders, talking about their family and all that stuff. I'm just hoping that we're not letting one victory alter how we feel about the team. But I feel like I'm in the minority of this, so I'm not gonna come aboard this train. I'm just gonna commentate on it, I guess. If the Nets feel like, because this is the move of an organization that is under the belief that we're on the right track. So if this is going to fuel some type of spirited fill in the blank, then I guess there's really nothing I can do about it. I just don't trust them. They have not given me a reason to trust them, but whatever. Let me know your thoughts down below. We signed Nerlens Noel. Do you see this as a positive? I don't think anyone sees this as a negative. But then at the same time, are you back on board for the Nets are back train? Because you're gonna have to do a little bit more than that to convince me of anything. But I want to see how it goes. Because again, don't be surprised if he starts over Claxton. This is the type of energy they've been given. And watch the energy shift, right? Y'all don't forgot about Cam Thomas, but if they bench Claxton, here comes the outrage, right? Now y'all will be on my side with it, right? Sever, can you believe this? You better go on the rant. Let's just see what they do. Tomorrow's game is against the Hornets. Should be an excellent opportunity to see what they're doing. Just don't be surprised. Don't be surprised if that man starts over Claxton because, well, go on.